I don't want to raise another man's kid. And I said, do not do it. I said, the reason they're so nice to you now is because life has humbled them. When they had the world as their oyster, you couldn't tell them anything. So you have the right to create your own family. Be kind to them and wish them well, but that is not your responsibility. All right, ladies? So the longer you wait, and then all the baggage that you collect along the way, it's just going to be harder for you. So do not listen to these women, older women or women in your family or social media or people telling you, oh, you got time, don't worry about it. You do not. You absolutely do not. It is a very different world dating in your 30s. I don't know, I was married, but it's a very different world trying to date and get something real in your 30s. And then 40s and 50s, it just gets even harder.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar?
No, we can't normalize that. It was normal at one point in time, and then women started getting scared, and they would start telling us, no, we want to just be alone. All right, great. Or even worse, I have a boyfriend. Okay, great. Or the worst one, when we bring you a drink and you start to wonder if there's something in it. So no, we will not normalize buying you a drink. We tried that once, it backfired on us, and we're not going back.
This is all behind a bunch of down low, disgusting, despicable men who don't want to just go live in their truth and be the down low, attracted to.
First things first, she is really fighting to get those words out there, which tells me that the gears must not be turning that quickly up here, but moving on. Ladies, you have to stop calling men just because they don't like you and they don't treat you correctly. You think that just because a man doesn't treat you correctly, that all of a sudden he must be, because he treats his friends better than me. A lot of the ladies treat your friends better than you treat that man that you're sleeping with. So we could say the same thing for both sides, but either way, this was very homophobic and rude, because not you calling it despicable, disgusting to possibly be attracted to the same sex. Hello? And on top of that, putting in quotations, men, as if the possibility of them being makes them no longer men. I'm going to need some of you ladies to start living in your truth and stop making male-centered content and instead just go date women. Because obviously you can't stand men, and it sounds like they can't stand you too.
Girls treat guys the way guys treat jobs. And after I saw that, I was like, I only be working these jobs so I get money. I don't even care for real. Like, the second I find a better job that pays me more, I'm instantly going to that one. Bruh, now it all makes sense.
Chief Keef, this is your last chance, otherwise I'm gone forever. You have 10 minutes to let me know.
I cannot imagine the pain in her husband's chest watching this video, opening the comments.
And seeing Mr. Sosa himself.
Knowing that your girl has a celebrity crush is one thing, but watching her make one last call, one last effort before you get married, and then seeing said celebrity crush respond
is something completely different.
I bet even the strongest, most nonchalant warrior would have trouble laughing this off and taking it on the chin. Apparently, this has been a running joke for years, but if this were my girl,
I wouldn't find it very funny at all.
If this isn't a reminder to all the boys that all it takes is one message, I don't know how much clearer it can be. And General Keith has got to be the worst one. I suppose they really do love Sosa after all.
So you won't date a man that lives with his mom, but you will date a man that lives with his wife. You will date one that lives with his wife and children. Bitch, you for real?
What do you do if your partner is amazing? Like, he's amazing emotionally, physically. Earlier this year, I had to have 2 brain surgeries. He stayed with me in the hospitals. He even washed my butt some of the times. But he wasn't working for a couple of months, and I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown, and I just want to know, like, how long.
Tell me more about this 24 grown. That's not me talking, that's the crowd. So what's your question?
Basically, like, we haven't been out on any dates or anything recently, and I just want to know, like, how long do I wait before I feel appreciated?
This saying. And you don't feel appreciated. can't win.
This is at the point that we have to acknowledge people's capacities. Because while you were in your season of being taken care of, he was the one doing the nursing back to health, right? And he could probably still be trying to regain his capacity for himself after spending his year taking care of you. And as you've gotten able to be better and, I feel better now, I want to go on dates, he's trying to process what he just went through. So instead of you saying, how do I get to the space of me feeling appreciated, what have you done to show appreciation to your man for just nursing you back to health?
You said that you're 24 and you're grown, right? I think this is exactly where you showing your age at. I want to offer that you learn the signs of a good man. Because if you don't, you will become an of-age, mature woman that looks back at him and his wife and his family, and you say, I really done.
Before I got into podcasting, I was a registered nurse. And I'm going to tell you, the idea of love that we have in our youth is not real love. That love where that person is incapacitated, can't wipe themselves, but that partner is there every single day hitting that call light, making sure I bring that meal, watching me wipe and say, you know what, you're not doing it right. Let me step in and do it. That idea of love you got exposed to at 24. You live long enough, you will outlive your money and your house and those cars. And sometimes your children, they get their own lives, they move to different places, and ain't nobody there to take care of you but that woman you treated right or that man you treated right. And I want you to just think about that right now before you make any kind of decisions, because you got a man that showed you very own that he's willing to do that.
I'm gonna upset some men with this one, but the reason some of y'all's grandparents stayed together so long, the reason their marriages stood the test of time and their generation and blah, 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 is because the women were financially trapped.
Hold up. Do girls not have grandparents? Why is this burden only on us?
You know, one of the things that you have to understand is that when men stopped going out to try to meet women, their weekends their life, I would say, got dramatically better. You don't have to be the one paying at an overpriced bar. You don't have some delusional, dumb, bad energy and got to spend no money to feel invisible, to be invisible at some of these dating mixers. Men just stayed at the house, comfortable, doing what they actually enjoy doing. Women can be upset about it, but it don't really matter. One thing about men is once they get comfortable doing what they're doing, you can talk about them, you can trash them all you want to, but they're not moving. Because I've been telling you for years, hey, let's come to the table and work out a deal. Let's do something where it benefits both of us. But y'all act like y'all didn't hear that. And so now men that left the table, they didn't go on, oh, you the table, okay, all right, cool. Well, let me go ahead and build my own again. Let me go ahead and build my own and sit at that table. Whoa, look at you looking stupid over there at your own stupid table. That steak don't even look good. It might not, but it's my own. And I'm gonna work to make sure that I can cook a steak. It might take me a little while, but I'm gonna learn. I don't need you for that, is what the man is saying. I can start learning how to do things, create my own experience, and you're not gonna be a part of it.
Or feel bad for hating men. You shouldn't. You just shouldn't.
Oh, really? Why? This should be educational.
Like, even if you think you hate them like so much, you don't hate them enough.
Most reasonable people at this time would ask themselves, now why exactly should a person hate an entire group of people?
Like, there's no possible way. The years and years and years of them and killing and torturing women and girls is just, it's more horrific than our human minds can even begin to comprehend.
The logic displayed here is, since some members of a particular demographic did do horrible things and still do horrible things to other groups of people, every single member of that demographic should be held accountable, should be despised, be shown prejudiced, and be absolutely hated because they are a member of that group. Oh wait, what does that sound like?
or if you ever feel like you're doing too much by being a misandrist, or you're doing too much by hating them and thinking very little of the majority of them, you're probably not doing enough. You could probably hate them more. And I think that that's something to keep in mind.
Another thing to keep in mind is that being prejudiced against an entire group of people based on the actions of some members of that group is exactly how racism is continued to be perpetuated to this very day. Oh, but wait, that's an uncomfortable conversation for some.
And another thing, what the is this Valentine's Day you that made up? Like, I don't want to have no on Valentine's Day. I'm trying to go to Pound Town, around the town. Take me down and through there. The fuck?
I'm gonna make this clear for everyone.
Oh, goody. Another woman talking about the supposed male loneliness epidemic and how bad it really is.
Male loneliness epidemic. Hi.
Is it really? Then why aren't more men talking about it? If it was as bad as a lot of women seem to think that it is, then a person would imagine that it would be brought up more by men. But it's not.
Female loneliness epidemic. 0. Why?
Yes, why? Because from what I have seen, that really isn't what's actually going on.
You make us feel lonely. We don't feel lonely alone.
Now that's not entirely true. Now is it? If it was, then there wouldn't be so many women asking the question of where do they find a good man. But there are a lot of lonely individuals out there, both men as well as women. But from what I have seen, a lot of men handle being single a lot better than some women do. So I think some women have actually tried to convince themselves that men are just as miserable as some of them are.
Yeah, moving. What? You need a pull or push? If you can. Or lift? I don't know what to do. Here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2. Brandon? Brandon? What? Brandon, Jesus Christ.
That man knew by the first step that he was in it alone. He was carrying all of the weight. And that is a man that even when life is crushing down on him, or literally a fridge, he will figure it out. And his wife will be left asking, where the heck are you? Where have you been? Where are you?
My boyfriend gave me a serious case of the ick. How do I get over it? My boyfriend went out to mow the backyard yesterday. So far so good, it was overgrown anyway. After about 30 minutes, he came back inside pouring down sweat, saying that he needed to take a small break. He sat on the couch for about 5 minutes, drinking some tea before he went back outside to resume mowing. Another 20 minutes later, he came back inside. The backyard had been fully turned into a football field by this point. Face flush, breathing heavily, completely covered with sweat as he drank some more tea as though his life depended on it. Since then, I've kind of felt unattracted to him. His exhaustion made me see... Sorry, this is so ridiculous. Wait, a man can't be tired. Wait, hold on. His exhaustion made him seem kind of weak and incapable. It wasn't even that hot. It was only around 80 degrees, though admittedly fairly humid. Girl! What do I do? How do I scrub my brain clean and regain attraction to him? God forbid a man is tired. No, I bet you're suffering, I get it.
How much do you feel like the average man should bench press?
I'm thinking maybe 500.
500 pounds?
Yeah.
Like one man?
One man, yeah. Big mama was 180.
It's crazy.
Guess the top 5 countries with the least submissive women.
The United States.
United States is number 1 on the list.
It's obvious.
In the US, dating comes with terms and conditions.
Canada?
Canada is number 4 on the list.
What am I supposed to do?
In Canada, they have high gender equality and independence metrics.
We're going to France.
We are going to France because it's number 2 on the list.
I can tell.
Challenging you is flirting in France.
Germany?
You're good. Germany is number 3 on the list.
Germans are just tough people in general.
If it's wrong, you'll hear immediately.
Australia.
Australia is number 5 on the list.
Wait, did I just go 5 for 5?
In Australia, they're chill, but not to be played with.
I'm not trying to play with them.
So you have to realize that the men who gave 2 years, 3 years, in some instances 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, to a woman who was never fully in it, finally stop doing that. Stop doing that. You got a lot of these situations where men are putting a heavy investment into women, and sometimes they're kids. And men stop doing it. Men stop dating women who feel entitled, women who are who avoid accountability. Men quit donating their years of their life in a lot of these instances to somebody who just really honestly and truly just passing the time. Oh, passing, no, you were passing the time. You was looking for that rich man. You was just with me because you was looking for that athlete that you were waiting for him to come back into town because you thought you could get him. And I might not be able to get an athlete, but I had a rich guy. That's what a lot of these women went on Kevin Samuels to talk about. Oh, I had a rich guy show me interest. Did y'all have sex? Well, yeah, but that's. He seemed like he was interested in me. He said he was gonna give me a ring. Where's the ring? Oh, it's coming. It's not. I'm reminded of a woman that went out with a dude and it was a street interview, and I think they asked her if he had spent money on her or something like that, and she said not yet, but it's coming. And he said she better hope. She better hope. Modern women, they get out here and they run their mouth. And that brother, like a lot of brothers, like I was saying, they invest into these women 2-3 years, 5-10 years, and then they realize, oh, they playing games. And so now he steps back and he gets smarter. And when he gets to a woman like that says stupid stuff like that, he's like, oh, she better hope it's coming. That ain't no guarantee, because I'm not about to keep wasting my money.
How much does a guy have to make a year?
He gotta make the rag. He need the bread. He gotta have some money if I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mama.
So put a number to it.
I don't know, racks. I'd say 6 figures. A 6-figure nigga. Nigga that bring home a bag, not no little small bullshit bag. Y'all bro, better not be talking shit.
Would you rather be a stay-home mom or a carry-out lady?
A stay-at-home mom.
Stay-at-home mom.
Why? Because the nigga need to go get the bread. I'll stay at home. You feel me? You bring the bread to me.
Because I don't want to work. I had a house clean. I cook. I do everything. I just don't want to work. And take care of the kids as well?
And take care of the kids.
Will you be willing to homeschool the kids?
Yeah.
Would you want a stay-home wife or a woman who gets her own bread?
Woman that gets out on bread.
Why?
Because you got to go get it just like me.
You got to go what?
You got to go get it just like me.
Yeah, you got to have your own hustle. You got to.
Y'all have been begging me to talk about this topic, and today is your lucky day. Let's call out some homophobia, shall we?
I am treading dangerous waters by saying this, but I think that a lot of you women's obsession with trying to find the smallest thing to call a man over is because y'all have a indirect kink for men.
I agree with this point on so many levels, I don't even know where to start. Let's start off with the ones that are attracted to the bad boy, YN, gangster, scammer, whatever. Those men are typically men that were raised by their mamas. So they have all of this feminine energy. Any man that is willing to shoot somebody over stepping on their J's, that's a feminine man. That is a man who is letting himself be led by his emotions in the same way that women do. So a lot of the girls are attracted to that. On the other end of that, I think they're attracted to these men secretly because a lot of these men in Hollywood are men. And these are the men that they love, idolize. I remember being a child and seeing the girls fan out over Trey Songz. And I was like, that's a man. And they were like, no, he's not. No, he's not. Yes, he is. August Alsina. I'll even say Chris Brown. And I don't care who want to fight me in the comments. These are men that y'all are lusting after. They've always been men. If the Diddy documentary told you nothing, these are men. Y'all like men. So although it's really trendy right now to be calling all these men sassy and all that stuff, really, y'all like that. Y'all have always liked that. And I secretly think you also like women, but we don't even have to go there.
And I'm not trying to make excuses for men, but it's hard for men to date. Women aren't aware of this because men, we're not allowed to complain about dating in public. I'm not talking about getting dates. I'm just saying being like the good person y'all want us to be is difficult. We can't talk about it. Women can complain. Y'all go on bad dates, y'all talk about it, start a podcast, it's fun. You gotta have empathy for women. They go through a lot. You gotta make them feel seen, no matter how ridiculous they say is. You gotta pretend like it makes sense. That's our job. I mastered it. I'm an expert. I know how to talk to the ladies. My homegirls, they love me. Because they go on dates sometimes, if don't work out, I'm the first person they call to complain about the date. Because I know how to pretend, you know? I act like I'm shocked. Like I never heard no man do no like this ever. And I sell it. I'm like, what? He made you pay for the food that you ate? They don't make them like they used to.
Men overcomplicate talking to women when it's actually so simple. All you have to do is first approach them, but not like that. Then you start off a basic conversation, just not like that. Give her a compliment, no, not like that, and ask her about her interests. No, not like that though. From there, go ahead and ask if she wants to go out sometime, but not like that. Find a nice place to take her. No, not that one. Make sure you keep asking her getting to know you questions. No, not those ones. End the night in a cute but non-aggressive way. No, definitely not like that. By that point, you'll totally have it in the bag. Or you won't, and she'll leave you on red and ghost you. See? It's that easy.
Women, when they go on the first date, I have to pay $100 to get my nails done.
Oh my God.
Extra $100 to get my toes done. My hair needs to be done. My makeup needs to be done. Like, so, like, I'm still paying that much. Like I say, it takes a lot of work to
divide that by the amount of men that you go on the date with, though. You don't buy new makeup and go and get your hair done every time you go on a date. So if a woman is a and she's going on a date with like 20 men per week, divide 20 by 200, that's like $10.
Honestly, men don't give a about your fake nails. Men don't care. That's a woman gaze thing.
Like personal experience, a man literally was like, "You don't have your nails done?"
Well, he's
yeah, that's so oh my gosh.
Would he still you?
I mean, yeah, but
okay.
Apparently he's so no.
Most if you were to actually like have a genuine conversation with most men, have clean nails. Don't have like dirt under your nails. By the way, that should be the case for men too. Don't have dirty nails, but like the fake, like show us your nails. Show us your nails.
Lovely.
Men don't give a about that.
I don't know if it's me, but it seems like people are very anti-man, anti-children, anti-marriage, anti-just anything that has to do with building a family on this app.
Sweetie, it's not just you. It's anti-man, anti-marriage, anti-children, anti-natural hair, anti-socks, gloves, coats, and hats in the wintertime, anti-cheese on a pizza if it's trending. These people don't even understand that this is a trick of the enemy. The enemy wants you to believe that it is better for you to be by yourself, when we know that as a believer, God did not create man or woman to be alone. The enemy wants you to believe that you don't need to have children, although God made it so that you can bear children and be fruitful and multiply. The enemy wants you to believe that the only way you will have peace is to be by yourself. The devil is a liar. Now, while I understand that some people like being lonely, some people may never be with somebody else, that's not everybody. And every time I see a young girl get on this app talking about how much she hate a man to breathe on her, it feels like he's touching me too much. Baby, that's the enemy in your head. You listening to everything and everybody because it's trending, knowing that you want a man to lay next to you, but you want to make yourself feel like you don't want it because you don't have it. And a girl got on this app talking about she got a man, but she got to watch out for all men and keep her eye open. Baby, you need to be by yourself. If you got to sleep with something under your pillow next to the man that you're sleeping with, then you're sleeping with the wrong man. See, none of this makes sense to me. I don't understand your thinking, your thought process. Just because somebody else's life looked at one way to you does not mean that your life is going to look that way. But when you speak negativity into your life, you best to believe that's what's going to come up out of it. So every time you say you don't like a man, you don't want a man to touch you, you don't want children, and all the things that you say you don't want that's negative, and you're putting your negative connotations on it, that's what you're going to get, because you're putting that out there to the world. You get what you put out.
I don't mean this in an offensive way at all, I swear to God. But I feel like I see an attractive man like once every
30 men that I see a bad everywhere I go.
Somebody said this to me and asked if it's because the girls are gay, and although I do think that's funny, I think that's only about 25% of what's going on here. I think the other 75% comes from what we consider a bad versus an attractive man. Now, what we consider a bad are typically things that can be bought over the course of like one weekend, a maintenance day, so to speak. They can buy the hair, we can buy the nails, we can buy the lashes, we can buy the Fashion Nova fit that makes us look like we're worth $500 and go out looking like a bad. However, for men, what we consider an attractive man is typically a man that has a whole bunch of money, which he has to work hard to get, a man that has a nice physique, which he has to work hard to get, a man that is respectable and has power, so to speak, which are all things that take time. Girls can look like a bad, give them $300 in a few hours. Men have to work to be attractive men. That's the difference.
I'm 30 years old and I couldn't be more uninterested in marriage and dating.
You say that like it's something to be proud of.
I've done so much on my own that I'm genuinely unimpressed by the population of men that we have to date.
I was about to say that's awesome, but if you've done so much on your own, that doesn't equate automatically to personal growth. More likely self-isolation and an inability to work with others in the face of challenges.
I have not met one person that has made my life significantly easier.
Whoa, is that what some of you guys are thinking? That a relationship is meant to make your life significantly easier? Maybe that is the crux of this whole issue that people are dealing with. Relationships are not supposed to make your life significantly easier. There are parts of relationships that make life, oh my God, so worth living. And there are parts of relationships that make being single easier than being in a relationship because it brings up the parts of you that aren't developed. It brings up this exact thing this woman's talking about, the inability to actually work together as a team, to face challenges, to deal with the moments where you disappoint each other. Or should we all just run for the hills and never bother with relationships if they don't make things completely easier? Do some of you guys actually think that?
Because I firmly believe that when you get into a partnership with a man, a woman never benefits.
And now we kind of come full circle here. If she fully believes that you never benefit as a woman getting into a relationship with a man, then of course you think like this. Your own bias would thus make it impossible for you to have a good relationship because you're already walking in thinking, I lose in this situation. So I guess everything she says makes sense for her. I don't buy any of it, that any of it's real or vulnerable or courageous. I think this is just one of the many ways people deflect and hide and avoid the inevitable risks that come with living a full life.
The thing is, for me, I'm hyper independent.
You know, for a long time, men were just looking for a simple thank you from modern women. Till, just one day they were like, man, it's not coming. Like a lot of times you hear, nobody's coming to save you. So at that point in time, men stopped needing women to tell them they're doing good before they feel good about themselves, right? I would like you to say thank you. I would like you to appreciate me. But at this point, a man doesn't really need your approval, right? Modern women, they think they're entitled to a man's time, a man's resources, right? His energy, anything and everything a man could give, they feel entitled. And the man was doing all that stuff, and all he really wanted was just like, hey, say thank you or obviously reciprocate. And they didn't want to do it. And modern women need to understand that a man who doesn't need your approval is a completely different kind of beast than you're used to dealing with. He really is. Modern women don't know how to handle a man like that. You can't shame that type of man. You can't force that type of man to do what you want him to do because he's not looking for your validation. He's not looking for your appreciation. He's not looking for, or he don't care about you insulting him or guilt tripping him into doing something for you. Indifferent. Don't care. Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Oh, okay. All right. And move on about his way. That's the type of man that these modern women, when he starts acting like that, now they're going to want him. But what happened when I was trying to be the nice guy? Oh, well, there was something about you. I was nice. I was being nice to you. But now You got the version of me that I was trying to keep, you know, at the house. The version that didn't really care about a lot of stuff. That's the version that you got now.
Goodness gracious, this is actually somebody's wife. Listen, it's bad enough being in the first place, but to publicly show it while having a husband, absolutely outrageous. Did you sit there and literally think to yourself, how can I embarrass my husband today? Because you cannot tell me that this transition from this to this isn't a public humiliation ritual.
I ended up leaving my fiance for, I don't know, that's the thing.
Did you meet somebody new?
I did. It was somebody that lived in the area, and I got curious about who this person was, and I took it too far and I acted on it, and then, ended up leaving my fiance and regretted it almost immediately. I actually just left that other relationship that I was in, and I think I want to repair things with my ex-fiance, and I think he does too, but I don't know where to start.
I'm wondering if you're not just in a cloud of guilt and loneliness.
That's the thing, I don't know. I mean...
Then I would pause on trying to run back and fix this thing. I'm afraid it's going to happen again.
I know that's my worry too, and I don't want it to happen again, and that's why I'm taking the steps to try and figure out why I did what I did, and I just started therapy last week.
I know, but the bigger thing is you making an ironclad commitment. I'm never going to do that again. He can't anchor in and trust you again until you trust you, and you don't trust you right now. I mean, here's the thing. To answer your question, the path back in something like this is you ask him, I would like a roadmap to rebuild trust with you because I blew your life up. I blew my life up. I blew your life up. I need a roadmap to trust.
Men will be like, I'm not paying for dinner. And I'm like, okay.
And now we are going to hear some of the irrational reasons why some women think that men are obligated to pay for the first date.
I had Botox this week. That was $440.
What? Just why?
I had a session with my trainer. I pay her $330 a month.
I wonder if they're aware that not only do some gym memberships cost a lot less than that, but a person can actually work out all by themselves for free.
I got my nails done this morning. That was $150.
I'm sorry, but remind me when the last time a guy worth any woman's time ever said that he would have gone out with her except for her nails weren't perfect.
My hair is another $250. I've spent over $1,000 maintaining my appearance this week. They can pay for dinner, ladies.
Somehow, I have a feeling that they would have spent that money on themselves, whether there was going to be a man in the picture or not. It is not a man's responsibility to pay for a woman's personal vanity.
As soon as I get in the car with a nigga and he put a seatbelt on, I'm instantly turned off because real niggas don't wear seatbelts.
You know, IG makes me question humanity every day. Every day. Every day.
Big bodybuilders, strong women, and can't even take on dwarfs.
These are female giants. And they are the world's strongest dwarves. And they'll be competing in strength competitions, all to find out who is stronger.
You're going down.
Yeah. No, you're going down. Go. Easy. Drive. 585 pounds on the bar.
Yep. One more.
Am I clear?
Yep.
Good job, Zoe. Good job, Zoe. Good job.
Men and women are not equal. No matter how much you try to be equal, you're not going to be equal because we're not the same. Okay? Equal means the same in many respects. Men are stronger than women. I mean, there's a big bodybuilders, strong women, and can't even take on dwarfs. All right, let's just be realistic.
There's no way I'm working so hard for my future just to settle down with somebody who has just been passed around, partied all the time, and literally hasn't done anything with your life. Like, miss me with that. I'm not here to just take care of somebody, especially if they got kids already.
Y'all think it's them YNs that you need to watch out for? It's them. I remember one time I was dealing with this dude and his girlfriend. Me and his girlfriend tried to bust him. This nigga turned around, looked dead at us and said, what do I lose if I lose y'all too?
You know, a lot of these women complain about men not doing certain things and men not being certain things. But a lot of these modern women don't really want to take accountability for the fact that they pushed men out of the role that they want the men to be in. You want the man to be a protector or a provider, but you pushed them out of that role. And then you get upset when the man stops providing or protecting or doing whatever you wanted him to do. Modern women spent years telling men, oh, we don't need you for this, we're strong and independent. And the man said, okay, cool, I'll back off. And now you see what the real world looks like. And now you want to run back and say, oh, I changed my mind. I really need your protection. I really need your provision. Can we get that back? And men at this point in time, because men stop waiting on you, they're not interested in going backwards. You made your decision. Go ahead and do what you was doing. For the good, the bad, and the ugly. You had all the good. You was a boss babe. You was in your soft girl era. You had your rosters and all that other stuff. Go ahead and take your time with that. And now when the bad and the ugly come, go ahead and learn how to manage and deal with that too.
Most women will be like, I want guys that don't have girls. I don't want. Liar.
What's the hottest thing a guy can do?
I'm not really into nice guys because I like boys, so I can't really think of anything nice that they can do.
My lucky day. Yeah, I'm just joking. All right, and what's the worst thing a guy can do?
I guess be nice.
Be nice.
Because sometimes if you're too nice, it gives like, oh, it's like the ick.
Really?
You know? Because it's like, why are you so nice?
Do you like when guys like degrade you type shit? Is that what you like?
Not degrade me, but like, you know. Because I feel like if a guy is nice, that means he gets no girls. And that's like a turn off, you know what I mean?
It's not that she doesn't want to be treated well, but she wants to be treated well by a guy who she has respect for. And she doesn't respect you if you don't have options. She doesn't respect you if you don't have your finances in order. She doesn't respect you if you don't have a commanding presence. She doesn't respect you if you don't hold frame. She doesn't respect you if you don't respectfully put her in her place when she's out of line. I'm telling you, don't believe what they say, watch what they do.
Can a woman who's married please confirm that your husband's not more important than your sister, right? Right? Because if that is a stipulation of being married, I'm not going to be able to do that ever. I already don't know if I want that, but if that's a thing, it's not going to work out.
Can you imagine if a guy made this video saying, my brother is always going to be more important than my wife. My brother is going to be more important than my wife. Just let it sit. How do you think that would be received? How do you think that would be heard? How do you think women would respond? How do you think a woman married to a man, let's say she marries the guy and one day he turns to her and says, you know, something happens and he says, my brother's just more important to me than you are. How do you I'm just saying, what do you think the comments from women in the comment section should be?
Did this person cheat on you?
Yeah.
Nope. After?
No, before.
So he cheated
like,
on you before?
No, it wasn't like cheating like he kissed somebody or he fucked somebody. It was like he would look at girls.
Do you see how they rationalize the goofy that they do in their mind? You see? I called it when she sat there and said, when he asked her, did he cheat? And you, yeah. No, he didn't cheat. You made yourself think that you had a good enough reason to go and get clapped by another. So you used him looking at other women, which is a total normal occurrence. He didn't nobody. He didn't kiss nobody. He didn't do none of that. He looked at another broad because that's what especially young do. And you use that as a reason to go and get your guts turned out?
The hardest marriages for women to leave are often when they are married to husbands who are good guy presenting. And I want to explain this to you because these husbands, they don't yell, right? They don't cheat. They don't disappear. They show up when they're supposed to. They will help if you tell them exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it every single time, right? They're not necessarily they're not really chaotic. They're not necessarily scary and having, huge outbursts. They're literally just there. And I think for so many women, this is what makes it so hard to name and so hard to leave because nothing is technically wrong, right? But nothing is deeply right either. Like, he doesn't proactively make your life easier. He doesn't anticipate your needs. He doesn't carry the mental labor with you. He just sits there waiting for instructions, like a puppy dog waiting for a command, right? And when you're exhausted and you're resentful and you're already drowning, this will make you feel like you're crazy because you have friends whose husbands are way worse than that. You've seen the horror stories. You've seen the TikToks. You know that worse guys out there exist, and your husband isn't necessarily like that. He's a good guy, right? But good guy presenting isn't the same as being an engaged and invested and a participative partner. Bare minimum behavior wrapped in politeness is still bare minimum. And what makes it so draining is that you can't point to one big thing. It's not like one big thing happened in your marriage. It's literally death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's that you're not considered without asking. You're never relieved from your duties without delegating to him first. You're never being prioritized without being prompted or reminded. And then you start wondering if you're crazy. You start wondering if you're asking for too much, wondering if you're just too hard to please, if you'll never be happy. But you're not asking for too much. You're not too hard to please. You are literally asking for partnership, but you're getting this passive participation and you're being expected to tolerate it because it could always be worse.
At midnight in the hanging tree, are you coming to?
This is for those that happen to think that that little stunt was funny. I would actually like someone to explain to me why this is funny. Because yes, there are unfortunately some women out there that are afraid to walk alone at night. But I feel I should mention, because apparently this isn't well known, there are men that are also afraid to walk alone at night. And yes, I do understand that some women are going to argue that women have always been afraid to walk alone at night, so therefore it's only reasonable that men understand what women have been going through. Okay, so you're assuming that they don't simply because that they're men, that they don't understand that there's dangers out there in the world. So naturally, the most reasonable thing that some women could do would be to try to scare men into being afraid. What exactly good are you doing in the world?
Can we get a 360s? Are you talking to somebody?
Yeah, I'm married.
Does he know you out here like this?
He don't. He's in the military, so he do what he do, I do what I do.
Ain't no way, boy.
You want to know something that most women aren't ready to hear? Modern feminism killed chivalry. Modern feminism has shifted from seeking equality to promoting superiority and resentment towards men, framing men as oppressors rather than partners and equals. With the birth of modern feminism, there came the birth of the girl boss, I don't need a man. Chivalry was never meant to make women look weak. It was made to create a culture of mutual respect where men acted honorably towards women and acknowledged their virtue and grace. Modern feminism, by demanding sameness instead of equality, has blurred those lines. In trying to erase gender differences, it's erased the gestures that celebrate them. The result of this is now we have an entire generation of men who are not willing to honor, pursue, or protect women. We have this entire generation of men who just want to hook up on the first date, who have no respect for women, who don't hold open the door, who don't buy flowers, and it is because of modern feminism. Not only that, but it is also a result of weak men. There's a reason that our grandparents have the cutest love stories where the men pursued the women and they didn't have sex until they were married and they respected and honored each other. And now we are seeing the result of the crash and burn of modern feminism. And unfortunately, it is affecting a lot of women looking for life partners and a lot of men looking for life partners. Feminism is great. The idea of feminism is great to promote equality, but it has evolved into something that is toxic and dangerous to our society.
It is crazy how when we get into a relationship with a man, it's no longer on our timing as a woman. You see, a man can get married in less than 6 months or he can wait 5 to 7 years. It depends on that woman. Men don't rush into marriage at all. They just move fast when certainty shows up. People often think getting married fast is super impulsive, but it's actually clarity. If you haven't noticed how the world runs, men move fast when the right conditions exist. Here's what's usually present when a man gets married super fast. Number one, that woman brings him peace. Being with that woman feels easier than being alone because there's no emotional roller coaster, there's no drama, and no chaos. Number two is respect. He feels respected in how she talks to him, how she trusts him, and also supports his leadership. Number three is emotional safety. He can talk to her and be honest without anything being used against him later. Number four is consistency. Her energy, affection, and behavior don't change based on milestones or pressure. Number five, she believes in him. She believes in his vision even when results haven't shown up yet. Number six is alignment. They want the same life, values, direction, not just love. When all of those things exist in a woman, a man does not feel rushed. He actually feels secure. And we all know when a man feels secure, he's not waiting. He's going to get what he wants.
And I think another thing to note is that, a lot of times modern women try to put you on their timeline. They try to put you on their schedule, right? And men stop letting modern women do that type of stuff. Trying to pressure a man to do certain things, give a man an ultimatum, settle down by at this age, have this figured out by this point. And then men looked at that clock that women invented and unplugged that mug, unplugged that thing. Now I'm moving at my own pace. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not going to continue to explain to you what I'm trying to, and it's not being mean. It's just being firm with you and let you know I understand what you're talking about, but it ain't all about you. We ain't got to do everything that you want to do whenever you want to do it, how you want to do it. You want me to be the leader, then let me lead. Oh, well, and let me say this. If a man is, if he taking too long and you didn't had that talk with him about you wanting to be in a certain place and he not there, have the talk again and say, hey, I think we, maybe we not going to get there. Maybe we're not ever going to get there. I don't know, but this is what I kind of wanted to do by this time. And if he's saying, hey, I'm just not there, then you go on about your way. But modern women try to give men ultimatums for silly stuff that don't matter. And men just stop letting women pressure them into making decisions and run the household.